I entered an abandoned hospital, and the wheelchair moved on its own. No wind, no one inside. Then I heard a child's giggle right behind me. In the heart of Ridgewater, a forgotten American town surrounded by dense forest and fog-choked valleys, stood a massive concrete building. St. Vincent State Hospital. People called it the place where night never ends. For nearly 45 years, the hospital had been sealed shut. The government declared it unsafe, blaming structural cracks and asbestos contamination. But the locals knew the real reason. People who enter don't come back the same. Some don't come back at all. Every year, a few thrill-seeking teenagers tried to sneak inside. Every year, the sheriff found something. Not bodies, only their shoes, as if they had walked barefoot into the dark and vanished. My name is Ethan Ford, investigative videographer from North Carolina. My YouTube channel, Night Eye Investigations, covered abandoned places, urban legends, and real haunting reports. When I received an email saying, "If you want a real story, St. Vincent will change your life," I didn't know how true that sentence was. It was 2:17 p.m. when I reached the hospital gates. The air was colder than outside, unnaturally cold. Huge vines crawled over broken windows. The outer wall had scratches, deep, messy scratch marks. Some looked like fingernails, some looked like human teeth marks. My camera captured everything, but the moment I stepped inside, the temperature dropped 15 degrees. My breath turned white. The hallway smelled like rusted metal and something else, something rotten. The walls were covered with peeling paint and handwritten messages. "They hear your heartbeat. Don't run, they're faster. Ward 9 is not empty." Ward 9. The same ward where, according to the old newspaper I read, 23 patients died in a single night, all without a clear cause. Just one nurse survived. She wrote only 3 words before disappearing. "They're still here." I reached the children's wing. Tiny beds, broken dolls, wheelchairs lying sideways. Suddenly, my EMF meter beeped, then harder, then violently. The room temperature dropped so fast my fingers numbed. And then, a tiny wheelchair rolled across the room, on its own. No wind, no slope, nothing. I felt something behind me, a cold breath on the back of my neck, slow, steady, childlike. I turned, no one. But my camera screen glitched. Lines, distortions, and a face appeared for 0.3 seconds. A child's face, pale, black eyes, mouth stitched shut. The wheelchair suddenly stopped moving and gently turned toward me, like it was looking at me. I whispered, "Is anyone here?" The answer came not through sound, but through a child's giggle right behind me. I left the wing immediately. My flashlight flickered as I walked through the corridor leading to the surgical wing. Rusty stretchers, blood-stained sheets, scattered surgical tools. A sign hung on a broken door. Operating theater, restricted. As I pushed the door, a loud metallic clang echoed like something huge fell in the basement below. The basement. Locals warned never to go there. They said, whatever killed those 23 patients lives downstairs. My heartbeat grew louder, and then I saw it. A metal door, the end of the hallway, labeled Ward 9. Access below. My camera's night vision activated automatically. I didn't press anything. The handle was coated in dried blood. The door slowly opened by itself. A staircase led down into complete darkness. Something was breathing inside, slow, deep, inhuman. Every step I took echoed like I was walking inside someone's throat, wet, hollow, alive. The basement walls were covered with handprints, hundreds of them, dragged along the wall as if people were taken, screaming. The smell was unbearable, rotting flesh mixed with burned plastic. When I reached the bottom, I found a corridor with 9 doors, all numbered 1, 2, 3. Every door had claw marks from the inside. When I reached door 9, my camera shut off, completely dead, even though battery was full. The doorknob started turning, slowly, then violently. Something was trying to open it from the inside. I backed away. The door exploded outward, and out came a patient gown, but no person inside it. The gown floated in air, like someone invisible was wearing it. Bones cracked, joints distorted. A faint growling came from inside the empty cloth. Then more gowns rose from rooms 5, 6, 7. Dozens of invisible shapes, as if the ward was full of patients without bodies. They moved toward me, slow, twitching, unstable. One came close and touched my face. Cold, dead cold. A voice whispered inside my head, "We never left." I ran. Every light burst into sparks as I sprinted through the corridor. Doors slammed behind me. Something crawled on the walls, fast, like a spider with broken bones. I tripped. A hand, cold, bony, grabbed my ankle. I kicked violently and escaped, but the hand left deep scratch marks. When I reached the surgeon's office, I barricaded the door. Inside, I found old tapes, security footage from 1979. I played the last tape. Doctors were panicking. Patients were screaming. Lights flickered. Nurses ran down the hallway. Then the camera shook. A massive shadow crawled across the ceiling. Not human, not animal, something unnatural. Inside the tape, the surgeon shouted, "Turn it off! Don't let it feed!" Then the screen went black. The last recorded words appeared on the monitor. "It feeds on fear. If you see it, it sees you." The moment I finished reading, I realized something was standing outside the office door. Its shadow slid under the crack, long, thin, like stretched fingers. Knocking, not with hands, but with bones. Tuck, tuck, tuck. The doorknob began twisting. I broke the window and ran outside, through the grass, through the fog, through the broken fence. I didn't stop until I reached my car. When I looked back, the hospital lights were on. All of them. Every floor, every window. Thousands of silhouettes stood in the windows, all watching me. I drove for miles until the building disappeared. Final twist. When I reached home, I checked my camera footage. Everything was there. The wheelchair, the basement, the gowns, the voices, all of it. But something felt wrong. In every clip, behind me, in every reflection, behind every shadow, I saw the same silhouette. Tall, twisted, head bent to the side, black eyes, mouth wide open. And at the final frame, the moment I escaped, the video ended with a single handwritten message on the screen. You left the hospital, but the hospital didn't leave you. The last scene showed my bedroom doorway, recorded sometime last night while I was asleep. Something stood at the door, tall, twisted, head bent, watching me, breathing, waiting.
If this story touched your heart, subscribe for more mystic motivation stories like this.